Alright, so I'm late as fuck, but I at least wanted to commentate Power Hour, because I think we're gonna see some interesting shit over the next 52 minutes. Mr. Higher Class Bum, my man, what's going on, motherfucker? Yeah, let me do this. Anthony Ruiz, Mike Williams, what's going on? Fucking missed you fuckers. Sorry for being MIA. I've needed to catch up on sleep very, 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 very badly. So I was able to done diddly fucking do that in lieu of tomorrow, because I do believe tomorrow has the potential to be a huge day. So I want to be around for that. I will 110% be. The fuck? I will 110% be streaming tomorrow. All of the market. My intent actually is to be live from probably 4 a.m. is when I'll start for tomorrow, all the way to market close. Because you said that 5 minutes ago. Fuck you, bitch! Um, so we found our bottom. Boy, did we find our bottom. And again, just so that... Oh, I have my fucking camera in front of chat. Wait. How the fucking goddamn fuck? Shit! Where'd the chat go? This is so fucking stupid. Where's the... I hate this. I hate this so much. Oh, I have it locked. Dumbass. Center, and then, yeah, something like that. Oh my god. What's going on, Travis? Okay. Yeah, so this could be a rippy. I'm looking for volume. So this right down here, this is what I'm looking for. I want to see this thing motherfucking green, and then I want to see the fucking candle that comes from it to be fucking long as shit. Win Lambo. Give me Lambo. At this point, though, this is fucking bullshit. I literally had enough money that I could have bought a Lambo. I shit you not. And out of stoicism, greed, and stupidity, that's why you have the dono goal at the top. That is a very small. That's a very small amount relative to what was lost because of my dumbass. But I don't give a shit. I'll fucking get it back. Gotta tweet this shit out. I actually just watched the video of a Lambo doing donuts. I need that, right? I would actually buy either a GTR or an R8. That's my go-to. A GTR or an R8. Yeah, the problem is again because of my whimsical fucking sleep schedule. I I had bought some lotto calls. Lotto calls are You'll buy them either the day of expiration if you want to take the day trade, or you'll buy them at market close on Thursday. You'll buy the weeklies, uh, either somewhat out of the money or way out of the money. And it's just a speculatory play where you can get calls that are super, super cheap, but come day of expiration, uh, if they go in the money, they will go through the fucking roof. So, I forgot that I did this. A 911. Oh, I like your thinking, sir. I like your thinking a lot. I don't know if I have enough shares for a Lambo, maybe a Tesla. I've seen a couple of GTRs. I mean, listen, I got a good friend of mine who has a GTR. He let me drive it, and that thing was, yeah, that literally 0 to 100 real quick. Um, so with lotto calls, super cheap. I fucking love this fucking parody Ken Griffin Twitter account. Oh shit. Um, so with lotto calls, it's just it's a cheap way to it's a lotto. It's a lottery call. So I forgot that I did that the night before, and then I woke up and my alarm didn't go off. So I woke up late and I was like, oh god, oh fuck, and I bought more, not remembering the fact that I put in an order for market open the night prior for a sizable amount. Nothing like I wasn't taking. I think I put in 5% of my portfolio, just because I was like, whatever, I was that well off that I didn't give a shit. I could afford doing that as far as the whole entire portfolio went, and then totally forgot, did it again. This time I put in 10%, not remembering I put in 5%, and then totally fucked myself, and then I fell into the too far gone fallacy. So slowly started just fucking draining my account, and then I bought calls for fucking 2 weeks out, which wasn't enough time, and I just got obliterated by Theta. And yeah, the rest is history. Mr. Julie Marshall, thank you very, very, very much for your subscribe. Actually, I have your last name on this amp right here. I don't know if you can read that or not. Ignore the trash. I made it. Why do you fucking people listen to me? Hold on. Fucking idiot. Yeah. Uh, uh. This is not for jerking off, by the way. If any of you sick fucks want to think that, at least not right now. Okay, let's get some rippy action, please. I want to explain that real quick. Why I'm calling for a rippy. Again, this is all algorithm shit that we're looking at and have been looking at for the past 6 months. So I've seen this pattern enough times that I've developed a literal salience for it, and anytime I see it. See how on the Renko chart, right down chunder, we have this, I'm going to call it a support, but I do not want anyone to take this away as a psychological support level or a technical support level. This is literally what the algorithm and the algorithms of the algorithm see as a good point to cover a short position on. So it was driven down to the $40 level, and we have hit this point 3 times in the past couple weeks. Actually, yeah, past week. So go back a little bit. I hate this fucking computer so much. Let's just keep waiting. And you sort of had the same thing back here. It's just very, 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 very reminiscent of everything that's going on. So that's kind of that's what stuck out to me. And then given the velocity we saw upward at open, if you're a fucking G if you saw the bottom here. Mr. JP Sebastian, thank you very, 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 very much for your subscription, sir. Going to discuss your bond theory again? I will be, yeah. Yeah. So anyhow, yeah, if you caught this, congrats and excellent work. But now it looks like the algo is either at or near a net zero as far as the levels that we're at. So YouTube's not what the fuck? The fuck is this shit? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Is the stream okay? Can you guys... Is it being stupid? Because I'm not seeing any dropped frames, but I want to make sure. All good? All right, thank you. Yeah, so now, you zoom out a little bit, and you're gonna see some symmetry. You see how you have this? Come the fuck on. You have this right here. I'm gonna have an aneurysm. You have this right here, and this right here. All right, some people call this an inverse head and shoulders. I like to call it the flaccid cock and ball. Doesn't matter what you call it though at this point, because this to me is indicative of a net zero result, because this is when it comes to algorithm trading, it all comes down to efficiency, and you're trying to make the most out of the resources you have, and of course humans are terrible at that, so we give the job to computers. And when you see these repeated shapes over and over and fucking over, you start to pick up on the patterns, and these are essentially pivot points. Anytime we see a movement like this, where it starts to kind of like hesitate and has a bias towards one side or the other, up or down, that's the indication of a pivot point. And like right here, you see it starting to it's sagging downward. What the fuck is going on? I'm still getting this fucking notification from YouTube saying that we're not receiving enough data. Viewers might experience buffering. No fucking shit. Tell me if it's my connection or my fucking computer. So anywho, this is what I'm looking out for. And when we started to have our run up back in May, we've established that this thing is a cycle. When we had our run up back in May, yeah, this is what I mean. I mean, you're literally seeing this is meant to be out of efficiency, just constantly grinding and forcing buy orders and sell orders together over and over and over and over, and trimming each side of the transactions, pocketing the difference. Yeah, right here. Can I do this? Sorry, I know this is a lot of shit going on as far as the old screeneroo goes, so just bear with me. We're gonna do this actually. So on the left-hand side, this is May 19th, and then this needs to be 1 minute. So the type of chart that we're looking at is called a Renko chart, and it's more of a momentum-based um, illustration. So it's a lot like the Heikin Ashi, which is what you normally see from me, which just so you're aware. This is Heikin Ashi, and then you have your standard candle chart right here. All right, but when you put in the Heikin Ashi candles, it's much easier to spot trends via the green and blue, or green and red. But Renko is like Heikin Ashi on steroids, and so instead of just having colors based on the direction that momentum is residing in, you have the chart itself vertically displaying if it's going up or down, as well as the green and red. So anyhow, this is very reminiscent, if I can fucking find it. Yeah, right here. Let me hide this, and then zoom the fuck out. Yeah, look familiar? Does it look familiar, people? Do you feel like we've been here before? Possibly, maybe, perhaps, possibly. There was some kind of reason they talked. Yeah, 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 yeah. So, and mind you too, this is not linear. The charts here are not linear. So your movement from $5 to 10 is not the same as your move from $8 all the way up to 16. But this is literally like this is what I'm looking for. This is what I anticipate. I'm a fucking idiot. Just do your presentation to the internet and have your stupid fucking face right in the middle of what you're trying to present. You fucking dumbass. Thank you. Alright. There we go. Round 2. So yeah, this is this is this is all the way back in March even. But same principle, because this pattern will repeat itself because it's a cycle. Yeah, just this is what I'm looking for as far as patterns and salience indicators go, is triple, quadruple, however many oopal bottom right here, and then it's gonna come back up to where originally was kind of just going back and forth between the dip for the rip, and then we get our rippy. Who the fuck? Mr. Ave192, thank you very much. Yeah, so let's go back to the Heikin Ashi. What is the chart doing? Yeah, VWAP. We're gonna see the bounce off VWAP. That's what I anticipate. The VWAP is that yellow line. So let's go back to the full chart. And get rid of this fucking shit right here. Trying to pull up the old VWAP real quick. How does this stage of the cycle look in May? I'll show you. Yeah, I have another. Yeah, this one. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? Is that a Rippy? Yeah, so then you have this stupid fucking, yeah, here we go. This is a good sign. You have these perfect, like, 45-degree angles fucking, I hate this fucking shit every time I see it. Hold on. Little side note, tangent. How the fuck? Mr. FL2TX, thank you very much, sir. So if you make your trend line, fuck. I hate this fucking computer so much. That looks good. I like to see that. So if you take your trend line and try to create one out of your highs and lows. 30 degrees, negative 30 degrees is extremely common, but then compare that to the shape that it looks like it's trying to symmetrize itself with. So right here, I can't even tell where that would. Rippy? Where's Weeble? What are you doing, Bucko? What are you doing, Bucko? Where you going? What are you trying to do? Are you just gonna tease me like you always do, or are you actually gonna fucking do something this time, huh? Do you believe Squeeze starts next week? I don't know yet. I'm not calling for a squeeze on a particular date. I'm just calling for the checklist that I have, and anytime one of the items gets checked. If all of those items are checked on one particular day, what are you doing, Bucko? If all those items get checked on a particular day, then, you know, you can surmise what you will with that. I'm just here to play fucking doctor with it. I need to check my positions. I forgot that I had fucking puts on SPY that I made last Friday because we hit our all-time high. And I was up like 400%, but I forgot that I had them because I was in a different account. And I don't check that account on stream just because I don't want to leak any shit. And still made a good amount, but not as much as I could have, which is unfortunate, but that's what it do be. Fucking MVIS looks actually kind of good. The little abouts. Fucking shit. Where was I at? Alright, well, I can't tell if this is the volume on this is really fucking dying, and that's not what I want to see. So if you look at this down here, you can see how, well, actually that would hold the pattern. Hold on. So the next one, this next candle would be the next fucking jump. But you see how when we have that big stretch upward, it's preceded by a candle that's kind of like half length. Yeah, so this one should, I'm looking for it to come all the way up to here. Can you look at TTD? Yeah. After I fucking stroke my ego by being correct on this. I want to see this fucking volume candle hit my cursor. Come on, bitch. 8 seconds left. Don't fucking kill my ego, motherfucker. God damn you. Not too disappointed though, because it is starting to look like it's making a consistent move upward. As long as it doesn't do this fucking bullshit right here. This is, again, what I mean by all this is a fucking giant symmetrical pattern. So, yeah, this is a good example. So this looks like, you know, here's your line of symmetry, and then these net the same result. You go up and you go back down. This looks like the inverse as far as the fuck do you call it? Chronologically speaking, this looks like the inverse line of symmetry. What are you doing, Bucko? What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't tease me, bitch. And look at the order book. This is also, I want everybody to take note of this. And of course my, shit! What are you doing? Holy. That's what I'm talking about. Let me move my fucking gorgeous face. Hold on. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. You know, I'm hoping that this sustains. But here's your line of symmetry on this pattern right here. But I want to see it hold. Just like you cocksuckers out there, you apes. This is literally what I've been calling for all week when I say that we're gonna have a rippy. It's not only a rippy of right here, but it's a rippy of the whole entire fucking chart over the past 2 weeks that we've been trading sideways and being fucking tugged downward. Right? All of this being brought down. And look at your volume candles. All fucking red. Cause this is what, this is what we call a chart that has optimized payment for order flow. We're increasing liquidity, and it's a great system for us and our customers. And we firmly believe that we are empowering and democratizing trading for the retail investor. Fuck you. Yeah, definitely. And you see how this 1 minute chart, this goes back to 12:30. It's 3:30 right now. You see how this 1 minute chart looks exactly of that as the 30-minute? I'm going to do this again. This, fuck off, you fucking whatever the fuck you are, insect. So this goes all the way back to June 28th, okay? This goes all the way back to noon. And it's the same shape. The macro movements are the same. This is what I mean by fractals. It's the same pattern repeating itself over and over and over and over. And when you granularize the pattern itself, so you go to a smaller time frame and you see it resemble itself at a composite view, so you go to your 30-minute chart, your 1-hour chart, and they look the same. That's what I mean. It's the same fucking thing. Is there a way, can I do angles with this? I want to see the, no, I can't. Once we break past here, gonna call 48. When I see this move past 48, that's when I'm gonna get super excited. But again, you know, this looks very reminiscent of just a standard reflection of itself. So just like how we have this pivot here, looks like this pivot here, I want to see the same thing happen along here. I want to see another pivot point, so to speak. Otherwise, if we don't see it here, it's going to do this bullshit sideways thing and do that. It's going to miss here, kind of fake people out. So either this is our target or this right here. And then because this serves as a halfway point, I'm going to be looking to see this same shape right here, but at half of the volume and verticality candle-wise. What's even more interesting is that it's not reflecting the same angle. This goes down at a 63. This is going up at a 65, 66. And so when you, by using angles and factoring this, shit! I'll check out TTD for you real quick. I don't even know what this company does. Not financial advice, by the way. You're looking pretty good on the day. Holy shit. What the fuck happened here? Wow. Yeah, no, you're looking pretty good, actually. I might even hop in on this. Yeah, I like that. Who the fuck, motherfucker, cunt. Mr. Chris 87. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, here you go. Here's your reflection. Yeah, I'm looking to see a dip like this, and then continue upward. So right here, I want to see a correction, or just fucking moon. I don't care. Oh, I'm fucking stupid as shit. Sorry, fuck your trade desk. We got bananas. I like the play though. Wait, what the? I'm sorry. Oh, this is a 30-minute. You fucking baboon. Yeah, see, we got the same fucking thing happening. Yeah, so looking to have the something like this, and then yeah, This is going to be my forecast. If there isn't just a rip that happens in between all that. Let me go back. What was that? TTD? TDD or TTD? TTD. I gotta be quick. Yeah, so especially with did I not just type in TTD? You dumb fuck. Thank you. Yeah, so because this is able to be we'll call it normal stock that isn't being fucked with by giant big dick fuck you money. I am going to use TA, technical analysis, in terms of psychology and technicals. So, okay, real quick though. This looks like the great reverse inning. The flippy. The flippy rippy. Come on, bitch. Volume's dwindling a little bit, but I'm not worried about it because this is normally what we see. This is a good thing. This is a very good thing, my friends. Let me see what's going on. Okay, so I'm gonna call for a rip in after hours now. I will call for a rip in after hours with all this. So again, remember in late May, we had. This is so fucking stupid. Please. There's so much like input delay with this stupid fucking $3,000 MacBook. Fucking scam. Holy shit. Yeah, that volume. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna call for a rip in after hours. If you remember in late May, and let me tweet this out. If you remember in late May, we had the after hours run up from like 14 to like 18, I think, and then 18 to 30. What are you doing? 48. Hey, I was saying that if we hit 49, or what was it? I'm gonna switch to candles here just so you can actually see where we're filling. Okay, and one more point. One more point that I need to make here. You see how the fucking candle actually looks like it's alive and it doesn't just like move like a robot with 1 to 4 second intervals. It's actually animated. You can see it almost looks as if people are actually fucking bidding on this thing. That's one of the signs that you're not dealing with the fucking dark pools. Okay. So like I said, this box is where I'm looking to kind of see a little bit of a consolidation. I use that term just because people know what it means. I'm not using it to imply that we're actually consolidating as far as everything actually goes. That's just where the algorithm can't fucking do. Don't tease me, bitch. What are you doing? What are you doing, cocksucker? What are you doing? You just gonna fucking tease me like you are. Oh, shit! That's it? I know you got more than that. Keep going. Come on. This is actually what I called for, so it's fine. Sure, you can call this that technical analysis, consolidation, whatever. I don't give a shit. Um, Look at the volume on this shit. Holy fuck. And we still got 10 more minutes on the day. I actually want to have a... Shit! God damn it. I have 145 calls for tomorrow, I imagine. That would be nice. Yeah, so this is just this will be interesting. Get your fucking I appreciate your fucking work, but don't fucking put your shit right there. God damn you. Ah, whatever. You probably worked hard. Um yeah, this is gonna get real interesting. Yeah. Let's go to the 5 minute. So again, you have the angle that the trend line follows here is, yeah, 28 degrees. Ah, wait, no. It's more so like this. Oh yeah, 63. So 63 is a number that keeps popping up a lot as far as trend angles go. And angles allow you to derive more information about the movement that is happening because, you know, if you have a sharper upward movement, you can take that angle derivative and apply it to other means. So then if you have another movement that is a third of that angle or half of it, and then you find that your bottom is also, you know, half of that, you can start tying more things together as far as how all of this is moving around and propagating. What is this thing doing? Yeah, we're at 48 now. And I was calling for this, which isn't anything to fucking brag about. I'm just trying to explain what my thinking is. 6 more minutes on the day. Yeah, this was the box I was talking about. Let's actually go to Let's make it more interesting. Let's look at the 5-second chart. So this is just gonna look like fucking nonsense. This is where things are gonna get a little because being on the 5-second chart, I like to do this because it's like looking at the order book or the time in sales rather, flying right here in the top right. What the fuck? Oh yeah, I called for it. So back to the 1 minute. Just so we're aware, this is kind of the consolidation box. Again, not implying that this is psychological or technical by any means. It's just observational. Good work on the 5 minute. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, kind of looking. This is just the general area. I'm not calling for anywhere in particular. It'd probably actually be this 4731 area because this is where we have a lot of support as it is. Not only with if you want to call this an inverse head and shoulders, this is where the neckline starts, right? We have that symmetry right here, right? But I'm kind of looking for this bullshit fucking pattern we always see where it'll dip down, go back up, and then like drop hard, and then slowly build its way back up. It's very much you can tell that the way that they have engineered this, whatever algorithm you want to call it, whatever it is, they've engineered it so it takes advantage of trader psychology very, very much. George W. Oh, well, fuck you. No, that's actually what we call a cock and ball pattern. And the reason why we call it a cock and ball is because one always hangs lower than the other. All right, so we've established this. I'm hoping TradingView does a good job at translating this. We've done a good job at establishing what the movements look like they're doing. Yeah, so this was our consolidation box, quote unquote. But this 5-second view lets me really kind of observe what's happening. Because just like how your 1 minute candles will ultimately create your 5 minute candle, your 30 minute candle, your 1 hour, your 1 day. They're like pixels on a screen. Even if the screen is 60 inches and 4K display, you still have individual pixels. That's how you can kind of surmise what we're looking at here. The tick would be your pixel, but this is more of like a cluster of pixels. But when you view it at the micro level like this, you can observe in real time where the algorithm's kind of biasing itself and where you can sense aggression based on how much green you see at this level and the frequency of which it's happening. So like we see a lot of green happening, and then it's followed by red, more conservative red. Let's use our angles again. When there's upward movement like this at an 81-degree angle, but its consolidation is at a -21, that tells me that there's a lot of upward pressure, and that's what we obviously want to see. What's the fucking dark pools doing? Yeah, volume's really low in the dark pools, as we would expect. This is a good thing. This is a very good thing. This is a very good thing. Okay, yeah, I'm calling for a rip in after hours. I'm calling for a rip in after hours. I wish Matt Kors was open. Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. I think it would be a very interesting call. Jamie, what's going on, man? Not a whole lot, other than that I am willing to call for a rip in after hours. I think that's part of the cycle that we're coming up to. 60 seconds left. I think they're going to try to pin it to 48. We're going to see that fight for we're going to see that fight at the close for, you know, whether it's a penny over or under 48, I think is what we're going to see. Which is actually right on schedule for this inverse head and shoulders that we see with your first shoulder right here, second one right here, which I called for, and then I'm looking to see it fight right around here. Yeah, look at that. 10 seconds left. I'm going to pull up Webull just because it's easier to see. 5 seconds. They want it pinned at 48. Let's see what the tape says. I want to see what the actual close reports. Wow. Not even. Huh. That's weird. Shit. It's actually. That's really fucking weird. Is this one? Oh no. I thought this was a wick. It's just my. It's a line. Oh, they have arrows now? Have they always had arrows? What the fuck? All right, yeah. That's actually that's pretty fucking solid. I'm not even. Yeah. Can't even fucking complain about that. So let's do a thing real quick. Let's kind of just have some R&R and take a look at what all of this movement implies. I'm gonna pull up the 30-minute. Let's see. Matt has his hands tied by lawyers. Well, he's just very skeptical, which is not a bad thing, but you need a little bit. You need to be able to show some teeth sometimes in this world. Okay. So there's a lot going on with this chart, right? I'm gonna get rid of. No, let's make another. Let's make another folder for this, just so we have it. Fucking shit. Rename angles. And take these. Fuck. Trend angle, yeah. Okay. Where the fuck? Where's that last fucking angle? What? Whatever. Okay. Alright, so 50 and a massive. Yeah, it is. We still have one more day. I'm getting ripped in the after hours. Wish I could say the same, but I got too much shit I gotta do. I'm not sure what has happened to the fucking stream. Is it still live? Am I still here, dudes? Can you hear me? It's so fucking annoying. I would play some GNR if I didn't get fucking copyright striked for it. Um, yeah. All right, cool. Still live. All right, so let me cut to the fucking chase here. Um, what I want to do, yeah, GNR is my fucking shit. Like, you guys don't understand, but I've been listening to GNR since I was like 8 years old. Slash has been my literal idol. Literally speaking here, my idol since I was a kid. Um, so that band means the fucking world to me. What's the nis DD there, stud muffin? Shut. So I want to say that we're entering into the flippening finally. I also want to point out finish short interest reports. Yeah, so the vertical green, red, and blue lines you see are extremely important. I'm in the middle of compiling this more and more. Uh, these lines have to do with FINRA short interest reporting. Uh, so, and this is we're entering into the phase of my DD where I found all of the major points. You know, your bonds, the short interest reports, the short interest itself. Uh, what do you call it? Fucking fractals. Uh, um, symmetry going on. Fucking piss off, you motherfucker. Uh, so I have all these. Think of it as like a pyramid. Um, and the base of the pyramid, each block would be fractals, short interest reporting. Blah, blah, blah. I have enough time that I've finished my discovery phase of what each of the blocks are, so now I can hone in on them and really define and bring more clarity as to what all this shit means. Because when I go to Twitter, you know, I'm going to tweet things as I come across them. You know, I'm going to verify minimally that it isn't just speculation and bullshit. Um, but once I can verify that there's some merit to these findings, I'm going to tweet it. And some people get really butthurt over it because of the fact that, you know, it's not confirmed yet. Nah, 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 nah. Don't fucking care. Because this whole fucking thing is one giant puzzle. And, you know, the people that are by my side on the DD front all have taken different parts of the puzzle, okay? And they have their focus. You know, I'm over here, Biggins is over here, Adabit's right here, and everybody's moving around. But I find puzzle pieces pretty fucking frequently because I'm autistic as shit. And I'm always looking into this because I like puzzles. So I find these pieces, and when I come across them, I'm going to share them. If I can verify that it's a piece and it's not just fucking fluff, you know, I'm going to tweet it out because it might not fit my puzzle, but it might not fit my section. It might fit someone else's. And then you get fucking these idiots who get so butthurt over the fact that, oh my god, you haven't verified. Not even worth the time. So, anywho, all right, back to the TA. All right, so yeah, exactly. You prefer to have you working on it so others can share it and work. That's exactly. It's a science. This is just a fucking science, man. And it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to speculate. It's okay to, you know, there's a point where you have to be, people have to be okay with disappointment. If you don't want to be open, if you don't want to be open to disappointment, you know, good luck. The only reason why you can fall in love, that you can enjoy food, that you can enjoy laying down in your bed after a long day's work. These all are because the reciprocal, just as you have longs in your shorts. The longer you work a 12-hour shift, you know, been on your feet all day dealing with shit, and then the moment you take your shoes off, you take your socks off, and then you lay in your bed. It's the most satisfying, most euphoric thing that can happen to you. You know, you crack open a brewski, you rip it from the bolski, whatever it is you want to do to unwind. When you do that all the time, though, you start to hate it. It's like laying in bed all day and you just feel like shit. But no, when you're busting your ass and you're earning your fucking bread and you get to come home and relax and appreciate yourself for the work you've done and you get to really just rest up. It feels that the harder you work, the better you're gonna feel when you lay down. Exactly, hypothesis. Yeah, that's how we win as a community. Goddamn fucking right. Goddamn fucking right. So, and the only way to fucking be right is by taking a fucking crack at it. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott. And yeah, you're gonna miss. You know? Alright. Okay, let's take a look. So, I got about 20 minutes and then I gotta jump off and get back to IRL work. Um, so anytime you see me do this, anytime you see me do this, I will flip upside down. Akiyat. Uh, the way that you can tell if it's upside down or not is if red is with upward movement and green is with downward movement. I do this because it allows me to uh, literally display the inverse of what's going on, because that's a lot of what's happening here. Not only do you have horizontal symmetry, you also have vertical symmetry. So I just want to clarify that. Let me get rid of this. And then let's do this. And I think, yeah. God, this feels so fucking crammed, and I don't know why. I can't. So, no. This is all very visual, by the way, which is why also, I'm not calling it a TA. There's no the fuck do you call it? There's no math to support this, so it's all very theoretical, but it holds very, 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 very well. Symmetry, and there's types of patterns that I'm in the middle of indexing. What's your theory on today? The market-wide morning dip, then recovery. Liquidity. Honestly, it sounds like liquidity. There's something that is about to happen. That's the best that I can put it. Something is about to happen. And someone tweeted me last night. Someone tweeted me last night explaining how this happened the last time, back in late May when we had our run-up, where all the market went red, and then that was sort of the precursor to the run-up. So let me, while everybody's here for the most part, This is what we really need to understand. It's all symmetry, okay? So I want to draw this line. So think triangles. Yeah, and I don't want this to be that fucking long. Okay, so remember how I always say that there's an equal and opposite reaction for any action, right? For every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. Um, our entire economy is going to take this nosedive ever, and we're in so deep in debt from the pandemic. Yeah, no, exactly. Mr. Jones, spot on. I've been saying that, we've been due for a correction for a very long time, and it turns out that it appears the bonds that were issued to banks back when COVID hit, uh, those were supposed to be used as fucking goddamn it. Why is my connection taking a shit? Okay, we should be back. I don't know what the fuck just happened. Someone is shorting my internet. Okay, so yeah, no, I've been calling for a correction for a while. You're absolutely spot on. From what I've been finding, from what Bigums has been finding, it looks like the bond notes that were issued to banks back when COVID happened, those were supposed to be used as collateral for interest-free loans to businesses and people in need of help. And it looks like they were instead put up as collateral for the balance sheet that these stupid, greedy fucks on Wall Street created. Um, and it to me and Bigums looks like it was orchestrated in such a way that hedge funds knew the banks would put them up as collateral first. The Oh, that's fucking crazy. Hold on. Ah, kid. Um, so So to me, because I need to clarify this, there was a lot of confusion when I was tweeting this last night. Um, so I came out last night and said that it appears that bond notes from the Treasury, not AMC, it appears that bond notes from the Treasury had been used as collateral for the balance sheet of big market makers and hedge funds. So the way that the relationship between banks like JP Morgan, Charles Schwab, uh, Credit Suisse, however you pronounce it, uh, you know, Bank of America, Citibank, the list goes on. Uh, this is always where economic catastrophes and black swan events happen. Is you have these too big to fail players exploit that of which is at their disposal. Okay, whether that's through leverage, whether it's through exploitation of financial instruments. The fuck? Um, there's a lot of different ways that those who are too big to fail create very hazardous conditions for the rest of the market. And I'm not saying all of the big banks and all of the hedge funds and all of the market makers are at fault or are bad actors in this. But what I am saying is that there are bad actors in this. And when COVID happened, when it hit the states rather, uh, there were bond notes that were issued out, these 10-year treasury notes, that were supposed to be used as a means of, if you need to provide a loan or some form of financial forgiveness to one of your clients, one of your customers, Mr. Bank, So people like me, people like my mother, my father, you, your mother, your father, your brothers and sisters, your grandpa, your grandma, cousin, aunt, uncle, the people, okay? If they're in need, we're going to give you these notes, okay? By the Fed issuing notes to the banks, that in turn means that the banks are going to be given some upfront oomph. Here you go. Here's a way that you can materialize any of these interest-free loans. Now, I'm sure that there have been loans made that were collateralized with 10-year treasury notes issued from the Fed to the banks. I'm sure there are. What I'm also about to be sure of is that a very large quantity of these notes were put up as collateral when banks came across the fuckery that was going on with hedge funds and market makers shorting the entire economy, the entire equities market, and God knows what other markets. So, banks don't want to issue out other means of collateral like actual cash because cash is king. They would not put up cash for when they come across the balance sheet of XYZ hedge fund and they're like, the fuck's going on here? Down 300% on a short position. So they know that if the hedge funds collapse and they default, that now there's a lot more that ensues. There's a cascading effect. There's a ripple effect that comes when you have other too big to fail members defaulting. It cascades very fast. So banks are going to come in to cover for their, not literally cover, but generally speaking here, to supplement for the, oops, didn't mean to do that. Was that me? You know, the Steve Urkels of hedge funds. I think it was a calculated play by hedge funds. I think they knew that the banks would put up those notes as collateral first. And for the past 20 years, there was a transition that happened between the bond market and the equities market where they used to perform inversely of each other. When stocks went down, bonds went up. When bonds went up, stocks went down. It was a very, it's a market mechanic. It's like during the winter, okay? Trees and flowers and all that are going to die. But by doing that, for the eventual turnaround into spring and summer, all of the snow is going to melt to provide water for the soil that it's on top of. And then you have other trees and flowers that over time have adjusted and adapted to this concept where they will protect their seeds during extreme cold by shutting down entirely as an organism, protect the seed and other seeds, and when it becomes warm enough, the seeds will drop into the soil. And now not only do you have seeds in the soil now, but the soil is now providing nutrients because of all the dead shit that started dying around it when winter came along, and now there's water melting. So now it has all of the components so that you can have a prosperous and fruitful spring. Okay, this is supposed to be how it is. And about 20 years ago, you had what was called a market regime come in and totally flip that on its head. So now the bond market performs with the stock market. All I can say is it looks like the hedge funds knew that banks were going to put up those notes as collateral. And so if they started driving down the stock market, the equities market, that then what would happen is banks are going to put up those notes and just give them a quick bop across the cheek and say, "You fucking idiot," and continue life as usual. But eventually what happened is the hedge funds started synthesizing a short position, I'm going to say, because this can be misconstrued very easily. They created positions that basically allowed them to short bonds, the actual notes themselves. So now they have been able to pin the banks because the banks and the hedge funds and market makers, if one of them fails, it's a piece of mutually assured destruction, is how I see it. So now you have hedge funds who have made a short position on the banks. They have subjugated the banks into a short position because the banks put up the bonds as collateral. And when those bonds start to go up and down, the banks are responsible for that. But they use that to cover for the fuckery that the hedge funds and market makers were doing. But the hedge funds and market makers are now the ones who hold the fucking keys to all this, in theory, which is what's changing from regulation that's been passed over the past fucking 2 months. So if the hedge funds cover, this is all in theory, and there's a lot of regulation in place here that prevents all of this from falling apart. That's why you have 005, 007, 002, all these other don't worry about them not covering, because there's no fucking way that they're not. This is a bigger problem than just AMC and GameStop. This has been going on in every part of the fucking equities market. So now what you have happening is, if these hedge funds and market makers were defaulted and liquidated prior to things like 002 and 005, they would bring down the banks with them. But because of regulations like 002 and 005, it has created these firewalls between the banks, the hedge funds, right? Think of these as like pillars here and then the ceiling. Here we go, hedge fund, hedge fund, hedge fund, market maker, bank, bank, okay? These regulations have allowed for firewalls between all of the people who weren't fucking with the system at every level, and also created vertical firewalls between collectively at each echelon which and who were not being bad actors, so that in the event of, okay, hedge funds are liquidated, defaulted, and now they're covering for the equities that they owe to the fucking clearinghouses, the way that it appears they had this set up, it looks like a calculated move by hedge funds and market makers, is when they were to cover because they were defaulted on, that they would bring the banks down with them. Because by doing that, by covering, they would be pushing the stocks up, or the bonds up with it. They would be pushing the value of those bonds up, driving the yields down. Which means that the collateral that the banks put up to cover for the hedge funds becomes a double whammy. Not only do they have to financially cover for their positions because they're being liquidated, but the collateral they put up is losing value just as fast as things like AMC and GameStop and Apple and Amazon and Tesla and Netflix and TTD and HYG, for as fast as those are going up. So over time, prior to this realization by the banks that they're being backstabbed by the fucking hedge funds and market makers, they would periodically check in on the balance sheets. Be like, well, this looks kind of fucked, you fucking idiot. All right, daddy will cover this bill again. Bond note. Next quarter. Oh, we really fucked up again. I might just have to take the keys to your Koenigsegg, you fucking dumb shit. But that's okay, daddy loves you. I know I don't have time for you, but I promise you I'll buy you a new Koenigsegg next year. Another bond note. Bond note. Bond note. Keep fucking handling them. And then eventually, it comes out that it's much worse than they even realized. And now they're realizing, these banks are realizing, that the collateral they've been putting up was actually a short position that they were making for when these go up. When the hedge funds and market makers have to cover, the collateral that the banks put up loses value exponentially. In essence, that's how I perceive what's going on. Which is why last night I was tweeting about how the fucking yield curve on the 10-year treasury fucking bonds was just god awful, and still fucking is apparently. But as this goes down, that means banks have to put up more collateral. And oh, let's look at the reverse repo. We're finally seeing numbers on the reverse repo market again. And the reverse repo market is often where you only have good bonds that can be put up. That's the only place where those bonds can be parked. You can't put up triple C bonds and double B bonds. Motherfucker. No. You can't put junk bonds in the reverse repo market. So what can you put up? I don't know. 10-year treasury notes? So, anyhow. Fuck. I do have to go. We're looking good. This is good. Ultimately, I think we're finally fucking coming into the flippening of all this. Just for context, this is the last thing, and then I have to jump. It's fucking hot as fuck in here. Let's do a little experiment. Thank you. Appreciate it. Normally I suck at explaining things, but evidently I'm a little bit more articulate in this part of the fucking whatever the fuck. Okay. So this is okay. The left is today. And then the 5-minute. Let's do something funny here. You ready for this shit? Ready for this shit? You see how these two charts, let me move my gorgeous, pristine model face. You see how these look almost identical? This is July 8th. Today, this is June 28th. And then, oh, we go red. This is not good. Okay? This is not good. This is not good. Psych, bitch! Hold on. This is where the flippening happens. Let's go to June 28th. Let's go to the master chart here. Where the fuck did it go? I can't. Let's go to the 30-minute. Where was June 28th? Oh shit. That was right after a FINRA reporting cycle for short interest. What I'm starting to derive from here, we're not going to be in the red tomorrow, by the way. Because if this is the flippening, absolutely no fucking way. Not even close. Oh, it's the flippy. Ooh, it's the flippy. Okay. Let me show you something now. All right, let's go back to this. So, back to the 5-minute. Okay, so the left-hand side is today. This is June 28th. And let me make sure I have this right. Yeah, this is June 25th. And then, yeah, yeah. Does anything look familiar here? Does anything look a little familiar here? Just a little fucking familiar? And because I called for the flippy? Anything at all? Look familiar? Just a little bit. Just possibly? Just a little reminiscent? Just a little reminiscent of one another? The fuck out of here! This is what I'm talking about. This is fucking just... This is the flippy. Well, what does that mean? That means that we're literally having a horizontal pivot. Or a vertical pivot, rather, but it's happening on the horizontal axis. So let's go full fucking screen again. Zoom the fuck out. The pivot point, this shit is so fucking slow. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it all. Where's my nicotine? Let me see if I can find the best example. We're gonna do this. And then I actually want all of these charts to be black. Okay. I wish there was more vertical room because this doesn't display the severity of each move because it's compressed, but you'll get the point in a second. I want to go to be May. No, be late May. The fuck? Okay. We're concerned about macro movements, by the way. June 2nd, yep. Trying to make sure that this lines up the best it can. This is very hard to follow if there's no context to it. The fucking goddamn shit, get away. When all of this resets, that's when you see the aggressive run-ups. Do you see how? And this is where things get really fucking weird. Do you see how by me taking a stretch of 4 days, cutting them up into quarters, and then referencing them across quarters of the past month, the past 35 days, 36 days. What the fuck did you... you motherfucker. This is fucking annoying. This is so fucking annoying. I was looking for May 28th. Where's May fucking 28th? Yep. Yep. So basically what I'm trying to do here is, by cutting up trading days into quarters, as far as the algorithm goes that I keep talking about, they're trading quarters of the day against a different ledger. Now, I'm not using the ledger term that Lou, whoever the fuck, you guys know who I'm talking about, not what he uses in that context. I'm using in the context of between the dark pools, wherever the fuck that went. This. Oh, are we... Did I not call for a Rippy in after hours? Go, bitch! Let's keep eyes on this one. What I think has happened is by containing all of the buying pressure and using payment for order flow and all of this fuckery, each of the trading days are cut up into quarters, which is why you're going to see these fractals I talk about. And each quarter of the day has its own ledger that is occurring in the dark pool. By having buying pressure and selling pressure moved away from the lit exchanges, you can then trade across one another as you please, up to 36 days from what I've been seeing. T being 1 plus 35 is 36. So, what that means is that if you can cut up each of the trading days into quarters and pull from each of the buy and sell sides, also in quarters, such that now you have what is a three-dimensional fucking plane for trading. If you cut these things up into quarters and then reference at any interval from quarter to quarter, I can take the 1 minute and compare it to the 1 hour. I can take the 1 hour, compare it to the 1 minute. I can take the fucking 1 week and compare it to the 1 month. And you're going to find quarters at a time where they look the same. And eventually there's this, I don't know what you call it, this oh fuck, oh shit moment, where there's nothing left to trade. And that's when all of it has to reset. And that's exactly where we're fucking at. Where did that go? Did we not just have... What? Did we not just... What? What the fuck? Everyone else saw that, right? That giant fucking candle? And then it just fucking disappears? What the fuck? Where the fuck did that go? Hello? Where'd the fucking volume go? $48. No, it's not lag. No, no. No, I'm sorry to say that like an asshole. I'm not trying to sound like a dick. No, it's not lag from Weeble though. It could be a misprint, but why the misprints don't go on for 5, 10, 15, 20, 20 some seconds. And that was before I even caught it. And tell me this too. The all-time high that everybody's been talking about, it used to be 72. Last night it was 78. And then there was, like, last week it was 82. This has been changing. I know it has. I should have fucking tweeted it last night. I almost did. Actually, you know what I think it is? Yeah, that's it. Yep. 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 Payment for order flow, people. Sell it, buy it back, buy it back, buy it back. Sell it, buy it back, buy it back. Sell, buy, 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 sell, buy, buy. It's fucking bullshit. I can't wait. I can't wait for the day this shit fucking squeezes. For the record, because I do have to go. For the record, 77. Oh. You might be on the money with that, sir. Ty Jones, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good fucking find. Good spot. Thank you. Thank you. With this, so I'm gonna make this my last little rant, and then I do have to go. The lawsuits that are coming out regarding credit default swaps, the auctioning process that market makers were using was fraudulent. Keyword is market makers and fraudulent. The same process that these CDS markets were made by the market makers is the same of which that payment for order flow works. What they were doing was they were front running what people were actually bidding on for credit default swaps. Oh, god damn it, are you fucking kidding me? Words. So the way that this was working is that market makers were taking in bids and asks from both parties on a swap. They knew what they were bidding at and selling at, and would then front run the offer. They would buy it and then turn around and sell it to the person who wanted to buy it. So if someone was offering a swap at a $10 premium, and the market maker asks them, how much do you want it? How much are you trying to sell it for? $10. Okay. They go in and find a buyer. How much do you want to buy this swap for? I'll do 10.05. Done. Hey, person selling credit default swap. You know, I'm feeling good today. Tell you what. How about I'm going to buy that swap. I'm just going to buy it from you. Don't worry about it. I'm going to buy it from you. $10. Yeah, sounds good. Cha-ching, done. Swap. Hey, person. Hey, I know we haven't talked in a while, my man. Hope you've been well. Good to see you, man. Hey, I'm feeling not kind of nice today. I know you said you wanted to bid at 10.5. I'll do you 10.4. I'll do you 10.4. Flat, done right now. You want it? Because I got people like. Bought it 10. Knew this person was willing to do 10.5. Instead of arranging them to perform the transaction, they front run them. That's what this entire lawsuit is based around. I'm pretty sure they use the word front run, actually. Whatever I was reading had front run. So what does that sound like, people? Ever heard of payment for order flow? Alright, I gotta go. I love and appreciate every single one of you fuckers. I hope you all have a great day. I will see you tomorrow at 4 a.m. I'll be tweeting about it. Yeah, I got a lot of shit I gotta do. So, love and appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good one. Be safe. And I'll see you in 11 hours.